old Angie. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. Whew. We're really pleased to be here tonight. Dottie Dodgion is the person of the hour, passed away probably now 2 months ago or so. And Ben was playing with her for quite a bit in the last few years. And these guys know her from way back and played with her. Well, I guess Vince probably never actually played with her since they're both drummers. But anyway, so we're really pleased to pay a little tribute. So I'm going to get out of the way, a couple sets of music, and they'll tell you a little bit here and there. And there you go. Here's Ben.
Thank you very much, Eric, for putting this all together. It's a great honor to be doing this, and we're going to play some tunes that I used to play with Dottie, and some other ones that we like as well, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll set it up.
Thank you. Well, we were all friends of Dottie's. She was a drummer, so I didn't get to play with her very much as a drummer and drummer. But I played for her singing. No, that's okay. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Sorry, I'm so far behind the beat. Electronically, you know. Anyway, what I was saying is that we're good friends with Dottie over the years, and Benji got to play with Dot on her gig in Pebble Beach that she had for 14 years at the inn at Spanish Bay. And Al Obidinski, who has been in the Bay Area for a long time, knew Dottie probably from when? From the 50s, or when did you meet Dottie?
60s, 70s.
Yeah, yeah. You both got here about the same time. Anyway, and I met her in the late 60s, and we have the same birthday. So that was a connection immediately, you know. And but she was in New York until the 80s, I guess. She came out here, and but we stayed in touch, and just unique person. Are there people here that knew Dottie? Interesting.
My sister, Steph.
Oh.
Steph would come to the gigs.
Oh, all right,
sometimes, yeah.
all right. Benji's sister, yeah. And she was a very unique person, underrated. That's enough of that for now.
That was a tune called "Don't Blame Me" that Dottie loved that tune, and I liked playing that with her. We're going to continue with something else. You want to go up or down from now?
Maybe up a little bit.
What
Yeah.
about like Blue Skies?
Yeah, there you go.
Blue Sky?
Yeah.
A flat, first chord F. I'll set it up.
These are all tunes that Dottie, like you sang, played at the same time.
These are all tunes that I associate with Dottie and that she liked to play and that I like to play with her. We're going to do a song. We're going to do a song called "The Boy Next Door" now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just set it at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
of
so
some-
it was going so well.
Maybe I should share a Dottie quote, because that reminds me of. I turned to Vince and asked if he wanted to solo, and his response was, "Why ruin it?"
Yeah.
And that reminds me of something Dottie said to me once. I was trying to think of a song to play, and I was singing the melody to her. It's like, "How about this?" And I start singing it. She's looking right at me. She's like, "Well, don't ruin it already." You know. Like there's a lot more of those. So that was a song called "The Boy Next Door."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do some Ariba?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. You might explain what that.
Should I share that?
Yeah, share that. Yeah,
Sure.
We're gonna do a song that I like to play with Dottie by Jobim called Triste. She would call it Trieste, and she would, when it was time to play a Latin tune, she would always say, "Benji, how about we do an Ariba?" So this is a tune with a Latin flavor called Triste. I'll set it up with the little band.
mic, yeah. It's got to be clean now. Dottie was living in in Monterey, and she called me up and says, I'm coming into the city, and I want you to go out with me, and we're gonna go see this guy. Gets a lot of work. You know, he's a guy really worth talking to, this musician. And I said, okay. So we go downtown San Francisco to a kind of sort of like the Fairmont Hotel. And the guy that we meet is Duke Ellington. There's a guy that got a lot of work. And so, Dottie, we spent the evening and had dinner, and it was just wonderful to meet him and so forth. I'd been listening to his records for I don't know how many years. But anyway, Dottie, that's wild. She laid that on me like we're just gonna go meet this guy that he's gonna book us into Idaho or something. And turned out Duke. Wow. Anyway, that's Dottie. Eric, when do you want to do Sonny?
Anytime you want to call.
I'm gonna call him now. I can call him now. All right. Gonna call. Sonny Buxton was scheduled to be here with us.
Put the mic on the phone.
He's got the phone.
Yeah.
He's gonna talk.
All right. Wait a minute. I'm so. This is like a snake in my hand. Believe me, I don't understand this stuff at all. I'm still with the dial. I like that. Anyway.
They're gonna listen to you.
All right.
About
All
that.
right. Okay. Wait a minute.
Then I'm gonna kind of just hold it up to
All right. Call Sonny Buxton.
Wow. Calling Sonny Buxton home. We can just command it. Once
My wife showed me how to do that.
Once we know it's working, you.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh, I like that.
Hello?
Sonny, you're on the air.
Oh, very good.
Let it happen, Calvin.
Thank you, Vince.
All right.
And greetings to all of you. Good to have you come out to celebrate Dottie Dodgion, and certainly is deserving. If Dottie was there, in fact, she is there, but Dottie would love to sit in and play a tune or two, and to her, that would be just as important as performing in Carnegie Hall or Birdland or any other great spot out there. I got to know Dottie in the 80s, 1980s, and I was able to hire her, and I think it was Vince who suggested it, as a matter of fact, and we became very fast friends, and we had a lasting friendship until the very end. And at the end of her career and life, she had a steady Thursday night gig down in Pebble Beach at the country club, and that was a very important gig for her. She played down there. Boy, she put that thing together. It was her trio, and she played drums and she sang, and boy, but it was laid out, and it was as I said, it was just as important as if she'd been hired to work one of the leading nightclubs in the Bay Area or in New York. It was no less than any of that, and that's whether she was about it. People sometimes struggle to define hip, H-I-P. So when somebody is described as being hip, somebody else will say, well, what does that mean? And it's almost like trying to define jazz in a way. But you know it when you see it. And you know it when you hear it, you know it when you see it. And Dottie was hip. Mary Lou Williams was hip. And great piano player, composer, arranger. Mary McPartland, who Dottie worked for, was hip. But she had that very laid-back demeanor. She was an English woman, and Dottie always told this great story of when she worked with Mary McPartland. They had a steady gig at the Hickory House in New York, which was one of these spots, and NBC used to do a live program from there. But there was a piano bar, and which meant that you were very close to some customers. And one night there was a guy sitting at the bar smoking a cigar. You know, you could do that in those days, and blowing the heavy smoke. And he kept making this request. He wanted to hear some Dave Brubeck. Just play some Dave Brubeck. Play some Dave Brubeck. You know, well, Marion was always very sedate. You know, so finally she ended this tune, and she leaned down to this guy. She said, "Fuck off, Ducky." you know. You know, and just went right back on with her life. You know? You know? And that's the way it was.
Yeah.
Dottie, I wanted her to stand up to sing because she was an excellent singer as well as a fine drummer. And so we had a house trio, and as you probably recall, Vince, in the mid-1980s. And I don't think that, first of all, the guys had never heard of her, and I don't think they really took her seriously, but she, by the 10th engagement, she had those guys turned around, but she would come to me when she was really irate about it. She said, "Can you talk to them?" And I said, "Yeah, I can talk to them." And I said, "I think it's better for you to talk to them." I said, "Why don't we both attack this thing?" But she gained their respect. And I remember one evening there was a lady that was a regular customer, and she sidled over to me at the bar, and she said, "You know, Sonny, this is the best kept secret in town." I said, "I think you're right." She says, "Nobody else around like this." And she was absolutely right. So I hope that you guys enjoy yourselves tonight. And also, there's a book. Get the book and read the book. It's quite a story. And you can well imagine someone who defined themselves as a drummer and also could really play for early on in her career, what she had to do to just simply sit down and get a gig like the Pebble Beach gig. It's very engaging. So good to be able to talk with you, and I'm so sorry that I can't really be with you physically tonight, but nevertheless enjoy it, and have a happy tribute to Dottie Dodgion. Thanks, Vince.
Thank you, Sonny. Thanks very much. Sonny Buxton. All right.
That was cool.
Fuck off, Duck.
Yeah.
I like that.
I gotta remember that.
Well, she was very proper British. That was
Yeah.
Marion McFarland. Very proper British.
I saw her live once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she cut loose.
Yeah. All right, but
Can you do a ballad?
yeah, let's do a ballad. We'll do a ballad.
She was a pistol. It's hilarious.
Crazy He Calls Me? Yes.
Probably my favorite. Still is.
All right. Fire it up, big boy.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
that was a song called "Crazy He Calls Me." That one of my favorite ones that Dottie would sing. I thought it was a good time to play a ballad because I was starting to, I think, play a little too many notes.
Benji.
So one of the things Dottie got on my case about was playing too many notes. In fact, I think one time I was playing and I heard that the setup at Sonny Buxton was talking about the gig at Spanish Bay. The setup was kind of like this with the drums. I had my back to her, and I'd be playing, and I heard her voice behind me, like yelling at me, saying like, "More notes, more notes." You know, like. So I tried to pare it down. The first time I actually John Watala, the bass player, asked if he introduced me to Dottie originally to ask if I wanted to do this gig, and I went down to Spanish Bay. I was a little nervous because of her stature and everything, and so I played the gig. Immediately, she started telling me to stay out of her lane, but then. So that went on, and then at the end of the gig, she asked, could I do next week? So she gave me a chance, and I really appreciated that, and loved every minute of it. So shall we do another tune?
Yes, do something up, maybe take a break.
Okay. We're gonna do one more tune for you, and then take a short break. Very honored to be on stage with these wonderful musicians, Vince Lateano and Al Obidinski. And thank you all for being a part of this celebration. Oh, can we do the blues for Dottie?
Yeah.
This is a little blues that I wrote for Dottie called Blues for Dottie D. One, two, 1, 2, 3.
I got it. Thank you. We don't need a break, but you do.
For some reason, Dottie didn't like to play the blues, so I decided to write a blues and dedicate it to her. That way, you know, we would have to play it. So I saw.
We'll be back. Yeah, yeah.
sure, yeah. Want to try my old flame?
My old flame.
My old flame. I have a little sheet.
Okay, yeah.
My old flame.
It's been a while. Did you ever hear Spike Jones's version of that? Spike Jones?
Oh, I gotta hear that.
Oh man, I'll get it for you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Oh, cool. Okay. Okay.
Have you hit Spike Jones?
Not so much.
Oh, you should.
I should be.
Oh yeah, we come to my house.
Okay.
We'll drink and listen to Spike Jones. You'll be on the floor.
Okay.
All right, Eric.
All right, let's do some more. What do you think?
Go ahead. since Dottie was a drummer and I'm a drummer, obviously, and but she was a singer and I'm not. But we shared a lot of the same philosophy, what drumming was about, you know. And she was an accompanist, but more than that. And I feel the same way. You know, you just what's the Hippocratic oath with the doctors? Hippocratic. Do no harm. That's about it, you know. This is a dangerous instrument, you know. I mean, you could do a lot of harm. So we used to laugh about that and stuff like that. But she was known for having a good beat, which is important for a drummer. You have a good time, have a good beat, you know, solid. You know, it doesn't have to be loud or anything. It just has to be solid. It's like dance music. This is dance music, you know. And but also having a touch, a certain touch, the way you play and the way you hit things. And we shared that, you know, and we used to make jokes about it. It was like, well, I don't hit him, I kiss him, you know, stuff like that. And it's true, you know. And we also shared the philosophy that you don't need a lot of equipment to make this happen, right? I don't have tom-toms or extra cymbals or any of that stuff. There was a day when I did that, and I finally wised up, you know. It was like, no, who wants to carry that, you know? So we had a lot of things in common in that respect, as far as our drumming. And anyway, I just thought I'd pass that along. Oh, thank you.
That was a song I played with Dottie. I think I played that with her, but I kind of remember doing that called "My Old Flame," and like to continue with another song. Maybe we'll do it as a bossa or a riba. Yeah, called "I'm Glad There Is You."
I don't play that.
That cool?
Miles. my mistake. All right.
That was one that Dottie sang at the gig. Loved how she sang. She would always, at the end, she would go, and you, and you, and you. I'm glad there is you, and you, and you, and you.
She didn't really mean it though.
I know. Especially about me.
Yeah, right. Right. But let's see. What something kind of jumpy.
How about Beautiful Love?
Yes. Good. Dave Brubeck. Fuck off, ducks.
Do the, until the real thing comes along.
Yeah. Well, I do.
Remember that one? I could set it up. And,
Okay.
should
Wanna play a chorus?
Yeah, I'll play a chorus.
Play a chorus, man.
Okay.
Play a chorus.
That was Victor Young's Beautiful Love, and we're going to do another tune that was one of my favorites that Dottie sung, an old standard called Until the Real Thing Comes Along.
Miles, cool it.
Miles likes it.
almost said it. I don't know if.
My ride's here. I gotta.
Yeah.
Ride this ride.
How are we doing as far as timing goes? Just curious. We can go a little over. It's fine. Oh no. Because it's a little over. Okay. We could do one more or two more. Want to do two short ones?
Mhm.
Or- Okay.
How about tenderly?
Oh,
in
yeah.
3/4.
All right.
3/4.
And then we'll close.
And then we'll close with a swinger.
Yeah.
We're going to do a song that I played with Dottie, and it's called Tenderly. So, once again, thank you all for joining us for this special celebratory concert
Thank you.
for Dottie Dodgion. Thank you so much, Eric, for the amazing idea to do this and for organizing it. And Angie, thank you. And Vince Lateano on drums. Al Obidinski on bass. I'm Ben Stolorow.
Benji.
Benji Stolorow.
Tell the Benji
That was
story. Tell the Benji story.
that's the name that Dottie, the nickname that Dottie gave me. Before that I was known as
You were Ben.
just Ben.
You were Ben.
Right.
Now you're Benji.
And now I'm Benji.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Let's see, was I going to say one more thing? I just like to leave you with a quote, one of my favorite quotes from. And if you decide to get the book, you may read about it in the book. But this goes along with what Vince was talking about, regarding swing and drumming and all that. The quote that I'll leave with you is she told me that swing is cooperation. And I really like that. That really stuck with me.
Good way to describe it, man.
Yeah.
Democracy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, cooperation, and it's good to think about that in these times also, cooperation. So we'll leave you with that, and we'll do one more song for you. This is Cole Porter's "I Love You," and when I would suggest this tune, I would say, "I love you." And then she would respond, "I love you too."
Well, if we want a standing ovation, we should play the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, that's true.
That would do it. No,
Yeah.
go ahead. Just a thought. I don't know.
That's not a bad
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right.
Stolorow on piano.
Thank you.
Obidinski, thank you. The carpet knows how that works. Obidinski on bass.
Hello. It's Aloe.
Aloe. Benji and Aloe. And Vinny. Vince Lateano on drums.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, the thing that occurs to me, this is a tribute to Dodgion, but it's a tribute to professional jazz musicians. All right, let's hear it for these people. And to all those people who write all those tunes and all that
That's
music
right.
that's been created, and for the audience that supports it. And yeah, thank you.
It's the people's
Thank you.
music.
The people's music,
Yes.
the common man.
Yeah.
We're